everyone and welcome to my channel. I can't say that without cringing. I hope you're all well and staying safe during this time. I thought I would just come on and do a quick video, well it's not exactly quick, of my kind of everyday, what I would wear if I was going like out and about or for like a casual dinner or something. I thought I would just film it. It's like smoky eye. So I've also answered some questions that people sent over to me, so thank you so much to anyone who did or who voted in my poll about YouTube. It's something I've wanted to do for a while, but it's scary. It's really scary. So I was like, why not now though, when I've got all this time on my hands? So yeah, if you would like to see me create this look, then please stay tuned. Hello. So I'm gonna start off with just moisturising. So I'm gonna use, I don't know how to pronounce this. My sister laughed at me the other day because I got it wrong. But it's this. So I'm just gonna pop that on. And I like to do this before I start my eyes, just so it has time to like soak into my skin and just help moisturise. For my base, I use the P. Louise base, just the P. Louise base Pro. I actually just got this new last week. It's actually really good. I don't know why it's taken me this long to try it, to be honest. So I'm just using a flat peaches and cream brush. It's PC50 and it just looks like that. So I'm just going to use that and pat it and kind of carve out my eyebrow at the same time. So I've just quickly done the eyeshadow that I'm going to do on this eye. The first colour I went in with was Riff from the Urban Decay Born to Run palettes. So it was this colour here. So that's the one I'm going to keep going like back in with to help blend out all the colours. So for that one I'm using the Peaches and Cream PC10 brush. So it looks like that. It's just a fluffy brush, it's not too big. So I'm just going to start with that in my crease. And I kind of winged out the base because I thought I would do like an everyday smoky eye. So I mean, this might not be everyone's idea of like an everyday makeup, but if I was going out I would do it heavier than this and I would use black and stuff. So and the brush I used to like buff this out and to wing it was the Spectrum A08 brush. So again, it's just kind of a fluffier brush. It's actually a bit more dense, but I prefer that. And I use the shade Chaser from the Heat palette. Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And I'm just gonna go back in with Riff and do that again. So I like to come kind of like right in here. You don't have to, it depends what kind of look you're going for. I mean, you could just bring this to kind of like keep it lower down, and it won't have like such a like smoky effect, I guess, but this is just the way I like to do it. So I bring it quite high up towards my brow, but I kind of stay away from like the tail of my brow. I just kind of bring underneath. I just need to make sure my eyes actually stay in the camera. That would help. So I'm just kind of repeating those steps until this is dragged out and I'm happy with the colour. when I'm doing this off camera, it actually really doesn't take this long, but and then I went in with, what did I use next? I used He Devil from the Heat palette, so just going like, it's still like a warm kind of orangey brown, but it's just going to be a bit darker. And I'm using, this is the brush that came in the Naked Honey palette actually, so I used this side for this colour, and then the next shade I use this side, so it's just like smaller and denser. So the darker your colour, like the darker you're using your eyeshadows, like the smaller and denser I would bring the brush. So with this colour I'm just keeping it lower to the lashes and more to the outer corner. Oh my god, it's not even in the camera. Yeah. So here, like using this lower towards the lash line and more out to the corner. I'm not going to sweep this right in. I'm going back in with Riff with the Peaches brush, and I'm just going to go over that with small movements. And then I'm going to go in with the other side of that brush, and the colour I'm going to use is from the Born to Run. So this is the last, no I'm lying, it's not the last colour I'm using from this. Punk it's called, so that colour there, the dark brown. And I'm taking this tiny wee dense brush. This again, even closer to the lash line. I don't want this come up too high.
The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow.
What is this? MAC 239 brush, just like a kind of square dense brush. And I'm gonna use the shade Blaze from the Born to Run palette. And then I'm going in with Oh So Glitzy. This is a wee individual MAC eyeshadow that I've obviously used a lot of. I love this. So this is actually better with your fingers, this one. So I'm just going to take a wee bit on my index finger, and I'm just going to pat that on.
Fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways.
And I'm gonna go in with, this is new, the LA Girl eyeliner in brown. So this was only like £2 from Beauty Bay, so that was the first time I used it on that eye, and it's actually okay. You just need to do it a few times to get like the colour pay off. So I'm just gonna use my index finger to slightly bring my eye down, pop it in the waterline. This can be, it's fine when you're doing it to yourself, but see when you're doing this on other people, oh my god. Like if somebody else was doing this to me right now, I'd be crying my eyes out. I just find it so tickly. So with the same colours, I'm going to go in with this dense brush again and Punk, which is the darkest one used on top. I'm just going to pack a wee bit of that towards the outer corner underneath. There's like no attractive way of doing this. So put a wee bit on the outer corner. This is just kind of going to help to elongate the eyes. And I'm using the other side with He Devil, and I'm just going to try and stay in the camera for a start. Oh, for God's sake. Just going to lightly put that underneath to kind of create a bit of a smoke, but not too much. So my favourite mascara to use at the moment is Lash Sensational by Maybelline. This is great.
I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever try.
So I've just applied a couple of coats of that mascara. I don't have my primer slash moisturiser is already like soaked in, so I'm just gonna go straight in with a foundation. And today I'm gonna use Milani today, the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundations. So this is a foundation. I used to use it all the time, and I kind of got out of the habit of it, and then I came across it the other day, and I've just like fallen in love with it over again. Somebody actually asked about a glowy base, and Milani is great for a glow, and it's also really good coverage. You can get it on Beauty Bay and it's only, I think it's like £15 or something. It's really cheap. So yeah, good coverage and glowy. I'm gonna mix these two because I'm kind of in between. I'm just looking at questions I got. I've actually had to write them down because I'm filming on my phone. So yeah, for a glowy base, I would definitely say a foundation like this. And I would also say I keep forgetting what I'm going to say. I would also say like a glowy kind of primer. So I know NYX do one, basically everywhere does glowy primers, so it's like a liquid highlighter. You could almost use it as well. So you can put that, I've just used the wrong blinking foundation. You can put that underneath your foundation, and that is going to help to kind of like shine through and just create like a glow.
And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number.
Concealer recommendations as well, I was asked. I'll show you.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go.
Is a very good affordable foundation, and I think you can get Milani in Boots now. I've definitely seen it in Perth. You won't get it in Crieff because you get nothing in Crieff, or also Beauty Bay if you wanted to order it online, because I know they quite often do discounts and stuff. The concealer I've not put out. I found it. So the concealer I like to use is just from Boots. I'm just checking that's recording. The Instant Anti-Age Eraser, and it's Maybelline, yeah, Maybelline, and you can get it in Boots. I think it's like $8.99. Yeah, so put it on the back of your hand, and then I like to like pat it on and then blend it in, because I feel like if you're going like this with a sponge, it's not hygienic, and I mean, it's fine if you're just using it on yourself, but it just kind of moves your makeup about a wee bit, I think. So I'm gonna put it on. I just like to put a wee bit on the back of my hand here, and I'm just gonna take a little brush. Like, I actually quite like to use a fluffy brush now. So I'm just gonna take, this is actually an eyeshadow brush. It's the same style as the one I used for my eyeshadow. It's the Spectrum A08 brush. It's just fluffy. Anyway, but I'm just going to put little dots of this. Not much at all, to be honest. Oh, my skin. I'm just going to pop a wee bit on here. And then just down the centre of my nose. This is more to like highlight than anything from like contour and stuff. I'm not going to do like full contour because I'm just going to do this as like a day-to-day. I could do another video that's like full what I would wear on a night out, but because no one's going out, I was like, there's not much point in that at the moment, but also, what is it with the Apple like products? Why does it flip your face? That also stresses me out so much. I've tried to do this video a few times and I actually just can't. As soon as I like watch something back, my face is like all wonky. I need to get myself a camera, but that's something I definitely need to look into because they're not cheap and definitely need to save up for one. So this will just have to do for just now, but honestly, I love my iPhone and I love Apple, but they just need to sort out their camera situation because honestly, it's more my lips. Like, it just makes my lips, I think it's like this side of my face, it just droops, unless that is actually what I look like, which I really hope it's not. So yeah, I've just blended that in. And I'm gonna do a wee bit of contour because I got a new, well, it's not actually a contour stick, it's a foundation stick, and this is Milani as well. I got it in the shade Amber. So I've seen a lot of people using like foundation sticks to do their contour, and I really liked this kind of caramelly colour. So, right there. And I really need contour. No matter like how much weight I lose, I can't lose weight on my face. I think I'm just always gonna have a round, very round face and not much bone structure. I don't even have a jawline. Like, I don't have a jawline. Full coverage. I'm just trying to think of questions that people have asked. For eyebrows, somebody asked about eyebrows, like all about eyebrows, styling, shaping, maintaining and stuff. I think I might actually do a separate video on eyebrows because I just feel like eyebrows are very personal. Like, not to sound really serious, but they're just like a very personal thing. So I'll show you in this video what I do with my eyebrows. Like, I do them at the end and like how I fill them in. But for treatments and stuff for eyebrows, I'll do a separate video on that because there's quite a lot you can do with your eyebrows now, and myself and Tamara in the salon, we do quite a, well, Tamara does a lot more than me with eyebrows, to be honest. I literally do a wax and a tint. That sounds really boring, but I'm just taking a wee bit of this on this brush and I'm just gonna create a bit of a shadow on my nose. Yeah, we do treatments and stuff, but there's a lot you can do now, and there's probably information I would need to find out from her about those treatments, so I'm going to do a separate video on that. So that's kind of buffed in. I really like that colour actually. I really like that. I'm going to put a wee bit of my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm not going to bake or anything, I'm just going to put a wee bit of that under my eyes to keep everything in place. I'm just going to use a wee fluffy brush. This is just a contour Real Techniques brush. I'm just going to pat a wee bit on, like a tiny bit. So like my T-zone, under my eyes. Sometimes I would like clean up my bronzer and stuff with a beauty blender, but I'm not going to do that today because I'm not going out. Said they would like help with with base all round because their bronzer doesn't blend and stuff, but it depends on your skin type and what products you're using, I suppose. Like if you're using a really oily product and then you're going in with like cream bronzers and things like that, things are going to slip about. Prime or moisturise. Find it, like look at your skin a wee bit and find out what it is. Like, is it combination, is it dry, is it oily? And then powdering is important as well, because if you've got really oily skin, your products aren't just, like, they're not just going to sit, they're not. But everybody's skin's different, so God, I'm not really helping, am I? Find out a bit about your skin. I can help with like foundation recommendations and stuff, but yeah, I'll maybe do a full video on like base and like different skin types and what suits what skin type best. Because even though I've only just started looking after my own skin, I did do beauty therapy, so I did a lot about skin types and what products suit what kind of skins and stuff, so it is something that I could give advice on. I'm going in with medium tan. This is my favourite one. It's quite warm, but I really like it. So
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Leave my brows till the end just so I can see what kind of like what my makeup looks like, because brows, like I said, they're very important. So I used to do them first. I actually don't know how I did that. So yeah, I've used that to kind of create a bit of colour. I'm going to add a wee bit of dark tan. This is like finished nearly. I did have another one and my sister took it on a night out and lost it, which is great. Shadow, I'm going to use Hoola because Hoola is a really nice bronzer, but it is a wee bit ashier. And add a wee bit of this into like the hollow part. That's what I'm trying to say, the hollow part.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
I am going to use, hopefully this will go well. I've not used this much. This is quite new. It's the Charlotte Tilbury. I've never had anything from Charlotte Tilbury and I felt like I needed a product. So I saw somebody using this. It's like a liquid highlighter, which I'm not usually a fan of, but this has been blending quite well even when I use powder products, so hopefully it'll do that for me today. And I'm just gonna... That was a lot. I'm just gonna put that onto this side and the squint side of my face. It's great. Love it. This would actually be quite nice under a foundation if you wanted a glowy base. So if you were using this and then say like quite a sheer foundation, that would give you a really glowy base. Which I could maybe do in another video. Somebody actually asked what my pet hates are when someone comes in for makeup, which is quite a funny question, I thought. To be honest, there's not much that annoys me, but in general life there is. When it comes to my work, the only thing that really annoys me, I don't want to offend anyone, but just lateness. Lateness is something that really annoys me. And I know things happen, like things sometimes just cannot be helped, but lateness is something that really annoys me when somebody, especially when somebody's, well, to be honest, for any treatment, anyone that works in a salon will probably say this, to be honest. Like for nails, makeup, anything, lateness. I'm just going to put a wee bit of this with a wee brush on my eyebrow bone. My brow bone. Yeah, so if people are late, because then I can't do a full makeup in like, I usually take like at least an hour. So if people are turning up like 15-20 minutes late, there's no way that's happening. Eyes possibly, but no, not a full makeup. The other thing that really annoys me, which I know this is just like a general thing that annoys makeup artists, yep, still recording, is when you're doing somebody's makeup and they're just like this, sitting on their phone. That stresses me out. And I totally understand that sometimes like you have to take phone calls, you have to like, things are like, if it's something important then absolutely, like I do not mind it. But to be honest, it's not really happened in the salon, but when I worked on makeup counters I found that a lot. And you're just like, I can't do your makeup when you're looking at the floor. I just can't. And there's only so many times you can ask somebody to like look up. I'm so lucky with my clients. Everybody's just so nice. It's very, very rare that I'll be annoyed with like a client, really, to be honest. I know all my clients now, like a lot of them I've done their makeup before, dropping everything, so it's different now. See, once you've like done it for a few years, it's different. But yeah, there's definitely been some bad experiences, but it hasn't really been in the salon. It's been more out with when I worked in different places. Go for Max Peach Twist. This has got a wee bit of a shimmer to it. It's not like really in your face, but I like how it's like a deeper tone. Put it on the apples of your cheeks. And on the nose. I just love it. Remember when everybody hated blusher? It just went so out of fashion. And now, everybody wants it. I love it, it's so nice. At the moment I'm using Browsings. Benefits Browsings, looks like that, and I use, that is the wrong way, shade 3. There we go. Wow, that's close. Try and stay in the camera, Andy. And I'm just going to start at the front and lightly brush through. Everybody loves different brows. There's so many brow styles these days. I actually really want a straighter brow and I'm trying to do it, but mine just naturally have a arch, and I don't want to ruin them. Like, I don't want to end up shaving parts off and like looking ridiculous. So this is a Milani brow setter gel brush, whatever you want to call it. Brow shaping gel. Stay put. I got the shade medium brown. So I've not actually used this yet. Sorry if you can hear rustling. Benny's just gone into his tent. I have a rabbit. And I got him a tunnel tent and he's like, it makes a stupid idea, because it like makes it's like that scrunching material, and see, when I'm sleeping he just like runs about in it. It wakes me up like every hour. It's like having a kid. It it kind of gives that kind of fluffy brow effect, which you get with what do you call it? TVT? Fluffy brows? Yeah, that treatment that you can get. So this kind of gives that effect, but then you can wash it off. So if you just want it for like a certain look, then that's handy. So for my lips, this is just day to day. So I'm actually just obsessed with Carmex. I never thought I would be one of those girls that's like, oh yeah, I only wear lip balm. But I actually do now. That has happened. This is nice. Addiction. This is Rimmel Addiction. So I'm going to pop that on and then I actually like that. That's what I'll do actually. I'll use this. I had this out. Peaches and Cream Melrose Gloss. These Peaches and Cream glosses are so cheap. Can't even remember how much they are. But they're so pigmented and they're really, really nice. So I'm using, this smells unreal by the way. Revolution Ice Diamond. It smells like chocolate or like cake or something. It's so good. So I'm just going to spray a wee bit of this on. Oh, it smells so good. Yes, so that is pretty much the finished look. The editing part is going to be the hardest bit and it's probably going to take me like 40 years, but we'll maybe see this video at some point. So yeah, that is the finished look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I managed to answer your questions. I'm not very good at it, but I kind of thought if I'm going to do more of these, then for like the eyebrows and stuff, I would probably do its own actual video. So, and for different bases, different eye looks, different occasions. So yes, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you, bye!